So that's a big one, as now we're at 125. It's going to be Rayvon Foley and Travis Piotrowki. Foley ranked 8th in the nation. Piotrowki ranked 14th. This is another great matchup here that we're looking at going as we're going to the bottom of the order. Again, the Spartans winning the first two.
And I had an opportunity to touch base with Coach Roger Chandler and watch the Michigan State Spartans practice a couple of days ago, and I said to him, what is it going to take for Rayvon Foley to come out here and get this win? He said, what we didn't see against Nick Piccinini from Oklahoma State, the NCAA All-American from 2 seasons ago, was the Rayvon Foley that we're used to seeing, the high pace, the quick finishes. So that's what he has to do here. Coach Roger Chandler and the Michigan State coaching staff wants Rayvon Foley to come out here, keep that high pace, wrestle tough for 7 minutes, but more importantly, if he gets to his offense, he has to finish quick.
And we'll see if he's able to implement that. Again, Piotrowki. And Foley trying to go down, and they're both fighting for control right now.
And if you're wondering who has the upper hand coming into this match, I'd say it would be Rayvon Foley, because if you look at the losses for Travis Piotrowki, he's 7-5 on the season, but those 5 losses have come all to ranked opponents. So he hasn't been able to get over that hump. He's lost to Brent Fleetwood. He's lost to Pat Glory, Drew Metton, Sean Russell, Connor Brown. So every ranked opponent that he's had, he's been defeated by. So not only would this be huge, a confidence builder, this would be a season-changing win if he's able to get it. But I still give the advantage being here in Jennison Fieldhouse in front of a Spartan crowd. I'd give the advantage to Rayvon Foley.
And definitely a Spartan crowd indeed here. And they got racked up earlier when, we're going to go all the way back to 197 when Wilton did get that pin and Jennison was going wild. Still no points. Foley trying to get a takedown, struggling, and Piotrowki is able to hold up on the perimeter.
Dangerous position here, over under, and you see that left hand staying low for Rayvon Foley. He wants to post off that left hip to keep that left hip as far away from Piotrowki as possible, because Piotrowki had that over under and his hands were locked. So good for Rayvon Foley to back out of that position. Smart wrestling right there from the sophomore.
And that'll be the end of the first, so neither of them get any points in this one. So we're going to take a look at Travis Piotrowki from Crystal Lake, Illinois. And he went to Prairie Ridge High School. So a native over in Illinois, as we're going to head into the second.
Piotrowki chooses to start. Rayvon starts, left hand on the belly button, right hand on the elbow. Piotrowki immediately comes back looking for that judo throw as he's reaching back with his left hand. Big lift for Rayvon Foley. Starts on the left side, looking to come back right.
Foley was trying to go for the takedown. It's going to go out of play. There are no points awarded here. 1:41 left on the clock here in this second quarter, and we're gonna go back with the resumal here, and it's been a very aggressive match from the both of them. Foley trying to get a takedown, still.
No, and he's trying to get an escape, so he's coming up to his feet looking for the escape.
Escapes awarded to Piotrowki.
So Foley looking for mat return after mat return, but Piotrowki able to come up to his feet, break the grip, but Foley gets to a swing single on the out of bounds line. He has to know where he's at here, understand that he's on the out of bounds line.
So Piotrowki fighting his way, trying to control Foley as Foley has control of one of his legs.
And Foley has that bottom ankle. He's going to get this.
He's going to get it. He's going to get a takedown called. The sparring coaches wanted to call for a while. Finally did get the call.
Well, what it was is he had the swing single and he reached across to that opposite ankle. And once he got both hands on the ankle and got Piotrowki on that right hip, that's when the takedown was awarded.
So now it's 2-1 with Rayvon Foley with the lead. Overall on the speeds, the Spartans lead 9-0.
Let me throw a scenario at you. 9-0 right now. Just say that the match comes down and it's tied, or Cam Caffey has an opportunity to give the Spartans the win if he knocks off Emery Parker. How crazy would that be?
That could be a crazy. We're going to see a challenge come in from the Spartans, and Coach Roger Chandler is furious about a call. There was a point awarded to Piotrowki. And we will see the call as Roger Chandler was furious when he was coming down. He did not like it. He threw the foam brick and immediately dashed to the center. There's 17 seconds left in the second period. Roger Chandler, the fourth season at Michigan State. He was an assistant before his head coach role. And he was, I believe he wrestled at Indiana, if I'm recalling correctly here. And Roger
NCAA.
The NCAA, yep.
NCAA runner-up, lost to Kerry Kolak.
I mean, this man has committed his life to the wrestling program. He has committed his coaching career here at Michigan State. And Roger Chandler doing a phenomenal job, you know, continuing the legacy as we're still waiting for the resumal in this 125 weight class. So again, I want to go touch back on what we've seen so far. 197, Brad Wilton wins it by pin. Gets Jenison rolling, gets Michigan State rolling. And then we got a decision by Chase Beard, who he played smartly at the end of his heavyweight match. And now we're back on for 125, a tight one. And we're going to see another look from this match a moment ago.
I think they're challenging it. I'm not sure. I don't see what they would be challenging. Back to Coach Roger Chandler. He's in his third season as the head coach, and this is where you're starting to see his vision really take hold of this Spartan program. In order to change the vision, Roger Chandler had to completely start from the ground up. You're starting to see his recruiting classes coming in, and he knew that coming in, it would take 3 to 5 years for the program to really turn around, but with the addition next year of Jordan Crace, Jordan Hamden, and Chase Soldati, they're going to have one of the top 25, 35 recruiting classes in the country, in addition to the recruiting classes that they've built over the past couple of years. This Spartan program is on the rise.
And as you say that, it looks like he's going to get his brick back. So it looks like Roger Chandler did win the coach's challenge. 2-1. So I don't know exactly what they were looking at, so we're back in action.
So it was an escape. They gave Piotrowki the escape. Coach Roger Chandler said that Rayvon Foley still had his hands locked, therefore the escape never should have been awarded. So they win the challenge. They get the brick back, 2-1. Piotrowki remains in the down position. We have 23 seconds left here, and more importantly, a minute on the riding time clock for Rayvon Foley.
So Foley's probably going to try to go for more riding clock. So Piotrowski's going to reset here. For the Spartans, this is the second Big Ten matchup. They won their first one over in December against Indiana here at Jenison, 16-15. That was a tight one here.
And speaking of that matchup against Indiana, Coach Roger Chandler, he said after that match he made a couple of mistakes from a coaching standpoint. And I said, what were the mistakes? How do you grow? Because not only are these wrestlers looking to grow, the coaches are looking to grow as the season goes on. And he said that we learned about training cycles when you're a coach. You can't peak your body every single week, but what you can do as a coach is to learn that you could work your guys hard without draining those reserves week in and week out. And he felt that he drained the reserves during that Indiana match.
So we'll see if he had made the proper adjustments as we're taking a look at Rayvon Foley, native of Ann Arbor, Michigan, went to Ann Arbor Pioneer, part of that Kensington Lake Athletic Association. He did have a good career over back in his high school days as we're in the third now. And Foley, nice maneuver there to gain control. We're going to give, it's going to be an escape awarded to Rayvon Foley. 3-1, he has 69 seconds lead with the riding time on the perimeter right now.
And I'll tell you what, I said to the coaching staff, finish this sentence. The Michigan State Spartans will knock off the Illini on Friday night if 3 things happen. 1, we win the 1-point, 2-point matches. 2, we limit the bonus points. And 3, we win the swing matches at 165, at 197, and at heavyweight. So here, we're looking at a 1-2-point match right here at 125. So there's 1. Then you have the 97 and heavyweight matches that they've won. So they're putting themselves in position to knock off the Illini here in East Lansing.
So the strategy thus far is working efficiently from the Spartan coaching staff as Foley a moment ago got a takedown. It is 5-1 right now. Foley has a minute 30 and counting of riding time in this 125 weight class. Third match of the evening, this dual meet between the number 14th ranked Illinois Fighting Illini and the Michigan State Spartans in Jennison Fieldhouse.
And I'll tell you what, Rayvon Foley in the top position, this is something that you didn't see out of him in high school. He wasn't as dominant as he is through his first 2 years of college when he was in high school from the top position. He has really improved, and he attributes that to being committed to learning how to ride on top. He really realized through the summer, he said he took some time to himself to figure out what it was that was beating him, and it often wasn't his opponents, it was himself that was beating himself. So he said he realized he could stick with these top-level guys.
So Foley with 2:17 riding time advantage total. He's going to get 6-1. Rayvon Foley will win this one with a decision.